2012 was such a great year. Man, there were some downfalls, but it was still a great year. 2012 comes to an end, and so begins 2013. But that's not what we're going to be talking about in this video. What this video is going to be about is my picks for the top 5 games of 2012. Alright, now let's go over and set some things. Number 1, it's my damn list. Alright, so no bitching if you don't see Black Ops 2 on the list. Alright. That's off my chest. And another rule. If the game lands on the number 1 spot, it is my pick for the Game of the Year 2012. My official pick of the Game of the Year 2012 is in the number 1 spot of my list. Alright, now let's get going. My top 5 games of 2012. Okay, number 5 on my list. XCOM Enemy Unknown. That's right. XCOM Enemy Unknown is a fun and addictive turn-based strategy game, and I am glad I picked this over The Walking Dead, because this game had a great campaign where you can customize your XCOM headquarters and protect the Earth from hostile aliens. Yeah. And lovely. The great campaign gives you a greater sense on how you play the game. And that's what something that a campaign should have. A great campaign that should get you hooked. That's right. Anyway, there are some great multiplayer fun. Yes, what kind of great turn-based strategy game would it be if it didn't have multiplayer? Yeah. With multiplayer fun comes with great connectivity. I can connect great. I can connect fine, therefore, there's some great connectivity in this game. And there's some challenging budget. There are limitations on creating your squad before you enter battle. With your it's just saying, and there are some challenging battles. The online battles are so challenging that it could be an alternative to a chess tournament. Just saying. Anyway, there's some good performance with the game software. So yeah, so there's some great sound, nice graphics, there's some outstanding music, and there's some nice sound effects, no frame rate drops, no game-ruining bugs about this game, so, yeah. And this is the XCOM game that players really want. It's true to its franchise, and it is not a first-person shooter and third-person shooter, because that is not true to the franchise. What's true to the franchise is XCOM Enemy Unknown, which is a turn-based strategy game that's gotten what XCOM has gotten right. So, yeah. So this is the XCOM game that players really want, and this is why it's on my list. Alright, move! What a surprise. Alright, number 4, Sound Shapes. Alright. It's a great creative rhythm platformer. What I meant by that, you just run around, you play as a little ball, you cling on to certain objects, you collect notes, and the notes sparkle beautiful musical notes, and it forms together as a music track. It's kind of cool, because you're like making music with the levels. It's like the levels make the music. It's like pretty cool. Alright, you got yourself a complex art style, even though it may look simple. Stop saying it's crap, because what matters? It's a great 2D. It may be simple, but the levels are pretty great. It's abstract and pretty great. Anyway, whatever. You got some musical levels, like I just said. It's like the levels play the music. It's pretty much great. You can create and share your own musical levels, and you can play with other players' musical levels. It's just musical levels. It's just very much great. It's like a beautiful musical adventure. It's like, let's just say, it's like the predecessor of Everyday Shooter. If you have not played Everyday Shooter, then what is wrong with you? Go play Everyday Shooter. That is a great game. Everyday Shooter is a nice game. I had fun with that game, and it was pretty awesome. But yeah, and Jonathan Mack, the creators of Everyday Shooter, goes on again and made sound shapes for the PlayStation 3, PlayStation Vita. Does it again with this awesome creative rhythm platformer. It was just amazing. It's just, this game totally blew my mind, which made me give this game a perfect 10 out of 10. Damn. So Sound Shapes is a really great game. Pretty much fun. Very great. I suggest you really download it, and that's why it's on my number 4 spot. Yeah, I find it kind of interesting how this thing reads my mind and then transitions to the next. Oh, alright. Alright, right on. Okay. Number 3, Hyperdimension Neptunia Mark II. Ah, yeah. This is how a reboot should be done. Yeah, that's right. This is how you reboot a game. Alright. Alright. Let's move on. You got some familiar cast characters. However, they're interesting. Great. They have great personalities. They're just someone you'll totally remember. You'll definitely have favorites. And you'll definitely be arguing over favorites. Anyway, there are some brilliant anime graphics. Yes, the brilliant anime style graphics. The visuals are beautifully improved. Everything around here is beautiful. And the combo-based battle system is revised heavily. It's like a brand new battle system that's combo-based. So this is great. There are plenty of major improvements in this game, including the brilliant anime graphics and the revised combo-based battle system. And it's just great. And however, working together, building items, you can craft buying items, whatever that stuff, you can heal manually, it's just great. Anyway, before you ask about the Hyperdimension Neptunia DLC, well, the Hyperdimension Neptunia DLC stuff is in Mark II and unlockable in the game. You don't have to pay money for it. All you have to do is just pay the in-game currency, which are credits. The game's virtual money. You just pay for it, and then you got yourself, it takes credits and you getting further in the game, which is pretty great. And there are plenty of DLC for Mark II, including Falcom and Cave as playable characters, and more dungeons and more stuff, and that's what makes this game awesome. This is one awesome game you should totally be playing by now. I don't know why you're not playing this. But anyway, alright, moving on. Oh hey, what a surprise, another download on my list. Alright, Counter-Strike Global Offensive, yes. I would definitely download this one to your PlayStation 3 if you have a PlayStation 3. If you have a 360, download it through your 360. If you have a PC, get Steam and download Counter-Strike Global Offensive. Why? Because this game has some kick-ass online multiplayer fun. I don't have any freaking lag issues. You have everything. You just have something. You can vote kick, vote for a map, do whatever you like. Whatever. You have some kick-ass online multiplayer fun. That's it. You got some beautiful visuals with the Source engine. Everything's just beautiful again. I'll get to that later. And the old CS maps, yes, there are some new Counter-Strike maps come. There are new maps, but the old Counter-Strike maps get the fancy new looks. They look very sleek, and they look pretty better than Counter-Strike 1.6 and Source's versions of the CS maps. But yeah, the old Counter-Strike maps got some fancy new looks. And there are some new modes known as Arms Race and Demolition. Both of them are pretty much addictive. Which great. Arms Race is like gun game, and Demolition is basically the same thing with like gun game, but like normal mode, but with gun game, whatever. Anyway, the PS3 version of this game has some keyboard and mouse support, along with some PlayStation Move support. Dang! So if you get tired of that controller, you can just aim and shoot with your PlayStation Move sharpshooter, or you can just pull out that keyboard and mouse that's compatible with the PS3, and then start flanking some noobs old style via PSN. Lovely for that. Counter-Strike Global Offensive is something you would rather have own on a console and on the PC. Why should you have 2 copies? Because Counter-Strike Global Offensive is an awesome game that you should definitely have in your library. Alright, moving on. Number 1 on the list, and my pick for the Game of the Year of 2012 is Persona 4 Golden. Why? Because this one's a great example on how enhanced versions of PlayStation 2 games should be done. It's still the same great game with new additions. I'm talking about new personas, a new character, a new ending, more events. It's just like you're getting more because you're craving more. Oh yeah, and by the way, the game's length is extended. So not only will you be getting new events to the game, you'll be getting an extended game length. So you'll be doing whatever it is you're doing, which is either slaying monsters in the TV world and in the normal world. You'll be making friends, creating social links, so you can fuse and create
bigger and better personas to use to your advantage. And, alright, hold on, let me break for a second. Okay, so you can use mods to your advantage. Also, you'll be working up some social stuff so you can defeat that darn beef bowl that's served on a rainy day. So, yeah. Anyway, let's keep going on. This game has this has some full bonus stuff. Well, you know what? I'm talking about live performances of the Persona music, Mr. Itagawa's teachings of the Persona game series, and some music, and a music player that plays music from the Persona 4 game. So, yeah. Full bonus stuff. And there's a Midnight Quiz game, and that takes place after the events of the Persona 4 campaign. And the Persona 4 Golden campaign. Well, Persona 4 and Persona 4 Golden are the same thing. But whatever. It's a great JRPG to get on the go if you have a PlayStation Vita. Get that along with Neptunia Mark II. Please.
Huh. Wow. What a bunch of surprises in my list, huh? Yep. Anyway, Happy New Year's Eve, and we'll talk more about 2013 when 2013 begins. Alright, so I'll see you in another vid.
Hey guys, don't forget to rate and comment. And if you want more videos from me, hit the subscribe button. That's all. See you next vid.